It was a cold night in Muncie, Indiana, and both offenses felt it. With the cold and the style of play, the Bobcats trailed at the end of the first quarter for the first time since week 5. But in the second, Ohio turned up the heat on Ball State. But the offense and defense stepped up in a big way. For the offense, it was scoring touchdowns. Saya Bangura on the ground, and the Curtis work to Sam Wiglu's connection through the air gave the Bobcats the 14-3 lead. And on the defensive side of the ball, it was not one, but 2 forced fumbles of Carson Steele, who coming into the game hadn't put the ball on the ground a single time this season. It's been a big turnaround for the defense, going from one of the worst in the conference to 5 straight weeks of holding opponents under 24 points. Senior defensive tackle and captain Kai Caesar says it's about believing in one another.
The biggest thing for us was just getting to understand each other, understand that, Coach Nowinski let us know all the time, like, hey, it works together in the front end and the back end. So
that second forced fumble gave the Bobcats a chance to take a 24-3 lead into halftime. But deep in the red zone, Rourke took an awkward hit to the knee and had to be helped off the field. The first play following Rourke's exit, Ohio put the ball on the ground and the momentum went with it.
The energy kind of tapered off towards the end of the first half with the Curtis Rourke injury and the C.J. Harris fumble inside the red zone. The Bobcats went into the locker room without the momentum on their side. They came back out, and it felt like they were behind the 8 ball a little bit. That was until a punt was down at the 1-yard line. In the very next play, the Bobcat defense stepped up, forcing the safety right here in this end zone. Head coach Tim Albin credits that for the momentum change that sparked the second half run for the Bobcats.
It's just what we needed. I mean, we come out at halftime with how the first half ended with not great energy. But I challenged them at halftime. Hey, it's next man up mentality. And CJ came out, got some first downs together. We got that safety, got some momentum. Okay, and you saw the energy.
With the tide shift, the Bobcats ran away with it, literally. In the second half, it was all about pounding the rock, and Bangura was a big help, rushing for a career-high 148 yards on the game. The next stop for the Bobbies is back home with a spot in the MAC championship on the line. And it's safe to say they're pretty excited.
We don't lose on the front. That's just that.
For Bobcat Showcase, I'm Bryce Tinson in Muncie.
Walk in their trap, take over their trap.